Well, for more on the second annual event, we're joined by Liang. She is an associate professor of economics at Williamette University in Portland, Oregon. Thank you so much, Professor, for joining us. We heard from Uche there, but what do you consider to be some of the highlights of this year's expo compared to last year?
Nice to talk to you, Francis. So first of all, this is a grandiose event. As your reporter reported that over 4,000 companies from 150 countries attended the CIIE, and there are 4 national leaders and many other high-level officials of countries and international organizations attended this event. And they're not just here to buy and sell tradable goods and services, but they are also talking about how to form the next steps towards globalization. They've been building rules, they've been talking about how to liberalize, how to build business connections. And second is, I think a lot of high-tech products and new products, novel products, they're being showcased in this event, from the 3D printed titanium wheels to 5G equipped ambulances to the newest design of Louis Vuitton handbags. I think it showcased that China is importing high-end, environmentally friendly consumer goods to satisfy its 300 million strong middle-class consumers' demand, and also industrial products to upgrade its production system. And last but not the least, this is a platform for Chinese leaders to showcase their determination and commitment to further opening the economy and to taking a leadership role in the global system.
As Uche mentioned, nearly 200 U.S. companies have showed up this year. What is the significance of that, given the current trade tensions between the U.S. and China?
That's a great question. So what we know is 193 companies from the United States visited or had an exhibition in this expo, which is 18% increase from last year. And I think that shows one thing, which is, despite the political motivations of this trade war, businesses and consumers from the United States and China, they are interested in working together and partnering with each other to improve their economic outcomes. And also with the political aspect, we know that President Trump just announced on Friday that he basically said, I haven't agreed on anything yet. And so that cast doubt on this phase 1 deal, and the bonds market rallied, the stock market slipped, and the farming community became more nervous because earlier, if you remember, Trump has been telling them to go out and buy more lands. And so it's not clear what is going to be the next phase for this trade war. But hopefully, with this mounting economic and political pressure, President Trump will think more sensibly and feasibly about how to engage China in this trade war.
Well, let's talk about Greece. It is one of the guest countries of honor at the Expo. How significant do you think that is as President Xi heads to Greece for his state visit?
I think it's very important. It's a landmark national visit by President Trump, and it's very conducive to fostering more partnership around the globe. And with the trade war between the U.S. and China, with the UK's retreat from the European Union, I think there are a lot of uncertainties and setback in terms of globalization. So I think the visit to Greece and other countries, and with other efforts like the Belt Road initiatives, like the building the biggest free trade zone in Hainan province, and many of these efforts is basically to show that China is making measured and really concrete efforts to open its door and make partnerships with other countries in the world.
All right, Associate Professor Liang with Williamette University, thank you so much for your perspective.